I lost over $3,000 in the last 3 days. In today's video, I'm going to explain to you why Amazon FBA might not be worth it anymore. So I lost a shit ton of money, and most of it is from there. So, and I also lost some money with another business, and we're going to get to talk about that. If you do not know me, my name is Mangunza. I make videos right here to help you with your business on Amazon, right? And I talk about other stuff as well. So if you're new, subscribe. I don't know if you'd subscribe actually, because I might actually stop selling on Amazon altogether because of all this bullshit, because it's just starting to be too hard, right? So yeah, so what happened? Pretty much. Let's go over what happened, okay? So on Friday, I had $2,200 being clipped from my Kohl's account. Mind you, I use Kohl's cash to manufacture my margins when I buy stuff on Kohl's. It was 100% avoidable. And now I know why the Kohl's cash was clipped, and I know how to actually avoid that, okay? Really simple. That's something that, and by the way, if you do not understand what manufacturing your margins means, it means I actually count that in my profit calculation. So the $2,200 is $2,200 of profit that I actually lose, right? So at the end of the day, I'm still profitable. It's not that big of a deal. But I lost $2,200, so it's upsetting. It's setting me back, right? That's the first part. Second part. Today, I had some inventory checking in from one of my prep center. All right? My prep center listed my inventory at cost. I sold over 130 units at cost. So just today, I lost another $987 after of Amazon fees. Because like, if you sell at cost, you don't break even. Because you pay Amazon fees, you pay shipping, right? So I lost like 900 and something, like close to 1,000 extra dollars thanks to that. So this is why I'm actually like, you know, it's quite upsetting, right? But if you thought that I was going to give up on Amazon, you a dickhead. Still an amazing opportunity. And actually what I did, like, and you should actually know what I did yesterday. Yesterday, after my Kohl's cash got clipped, guess what I did? I spent a few stacks on Kohl's on fucking inventory. Because when things go wrong, we just double down. We're not some pussies like you guys. You just get regated in a couple of brands and then you just give up on all the business altogether. We just double down on this shit. I'm running another business, right, that you guys don't know much about, that I actually run ads for every day. Last week I was spending $130 in ads on this business, right? What happened is that at the end of the week, usually this is where I actually make money from these ads, right? Some part of the system broke. So most of the money that I actually spend in ads, like $130 in a day in ads, this past week, it's lost, okay? Guess what I did, you dickhead? Guess what I did? I just doubled down on the ad for next week, you dumbass. Stop giving up. This is why you fail, because when things get hard, like I lost probably close to $4,000 this week to dumb shit. That happens when you are in business. That just happens. Nothing you can do. That will happen. You will lose some money. You will make a lot more money. And some of my students, I was telling the story to some of my students with the Kohl's cash and all that stuff, and they were like, I was fine with it, right? And I was like, they were actually surprised that I was fine with it. I was like, you know, when you run business, your whole life, you know that shit happens. Shit like that happens. It's fine. I made so much money on Kohl's at $2,200. What is it? It's nothing. I lost $130 a day in ads. I'm not giving up. I just doubled down. Like, I just increased my ad budget for next week. I just bought some more shit on Kohl's. Actually, I don't know how much we spent. We spent a couple of thousands just yesterday after that happened on Kohl's. We don't give a shit. That's how you actually grow your business. You don't just give up after just a small setback. That's just a small setback. We're good. I mean, I'm gonna get my money back. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get my money back from my prep center. That's going to happen. But there are some shit where I'm not going to be able to get my money back. I'm not going to be able to get my money back for the ads that I paid. I'm not going to be able to get my calls cash back. But I'm doubling down on this shit so I can make my money back. That's how you should think about these things. You should not just give up because I'd say, build a brand. Like just coming from a dumbass who was selling on Amazon, like just one brand that got regated. You're just a dumbass, you're just a dickhead. That's why, yeah, give up, more space for me. But when things go wrong, you actually double down. You don't just settle, you just double down, you dumbass. That's it, that's how it's supposed to be done. Stop being a bitch. Okay, stop being a bitch. Shit will happen when you are in business. That's part of the game. You make a lot of money, but sometimes you have weeks like this. You have weeks like where you lost like $4,000. That happened. I'm still gonna eat. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna eat a fat ass ribeye steak. I'm still gonna eat good. I'm still gonna drive the same car. I'm still gonna do all this shit because I'm used to it. I'm used to it. That's how it is when you run a business. And a lot of you guys are not cut to run a business if you cannot handle shit like that. Because shit like that will happen. A lot of you guys think that if you run a business, everything needs to, like, it's a smooth ride. It's not a smooth ride. And you get used to it. At the beginning, it's gonna make you cry sometimes. Yeah, you're gonna cry like a bitch. It's gonna hurt. But you're gonna get used to it. And the moment you start making, the bigger your business grow, the more the problems that you're going to face are going to be big. The more your loss are going to be big. I'm glad that I can take that. I'm glad that this week I can take a $4,000 loss. And it doesn't even bother me. I mean, I'm pissed. Don't get me wrong. I'm pissed that I lost money. I'm pissed. Okay, but I mean, I don't get depressed and I don't start thinking that I'm going to give up on this business altogether. No, I'm not thinking this way. It's a dumbass way to actually think. I'm actually doing the opposite. I'm actually doubling down. I'm doubling down on ads. I'm doubling down on actually buying inventory from the place that clipped me. Because I understand why that happened and I understand that no, it's not going to happen anymore. It might. I'm going to lose money some other ways. $4,000 is nothing. I actually want my next loss to be like $10,000. $10,000, $20,000. Because I know that if I lose this shit, I'm gonna make 10 times that the next couple of days. This coming week, I'm telling you, the $4,000 that I lost these past 3 days, I'm gonna make 10 times that this coming week. And that's all you should think about it. Stop just giving up. Stop just giving up because, oh, that brand that I was selling got regated. There's hundreds of thousands of brands on Amazon. Oh, I wasn't able to pay my credit card for one thing. That's fine. You'll pay it the next month. You're gonna pay a few dollars in interest. You'll be fine. You're gonna pay $100 in interest. Not the end of the world. Oh, I'm missing on $100 of profit. Like, don't be a bitch. It's fine. You just lost $100. That's fine. You're gonna make that back. You lost $100 while the product that you actually bought, it took a little bit longer than you thought to actually sell, but you still made $900 profit. It's not the end of the world. And if you're not willing to actually take loss like this, if you're not ready to accept taking loss like this, you're not ready to be in business. And that's why you should probably go back to your job. You should stick with your job. I've seen people giving up just because they got inauthentic complaints on Amazon without having their account suspended. If you cannot handle, like, you have no idea how many inauthentic complaints we have to handle a month. You have no idea. The more you sell, the more inauthentic complaints you're gonna get. That's fine. Let me actually tell you a story. When I started driving, when I had my first car, and you know what's funny? What's funny is that I was actually talking with one of my students, Floyd, at one point when we started working together, and we were sharing a similar story, right? So when I got my first car here in the US, I did not have money, right? I did not know much, and you know, at one point I was going out because I had shit to do, because I had like hustles to do, right? I had to hustle and make some money. And I got a flat tire. And like for me, it was the end of the world, right? Because I had no money, I had no idea how to actually change a tire, and so just called my dad and like told me, okay, yeah, just get a, how's it called? Just get like this thing that you used to lift the car. I forgot what it's called, whatever. And just get that, and then just switch the tire and get the tool and switch the tire. That's it, right? And so for me, it was the end of the world, right? It was the end of the world. I walked all the way from Washington Avenue on South Beach to Alton Road, and then walked 2 blocks south to get to Advanced Auto Park, because there used to have an Advanced Auto Park over there. It was like close to Washington Avenue, right? And I actually ordered my thing online, my tools online, and the order was not received, right? So I had to leave my car parked over there overnight. I was feeling like shit, and I had no more money to actually buy another thing. That thing, I forgot what it's called. A jack. Here we go. A jack. I had no money to buy another jack because my card was like, I used all the money that I had to buy all these tools, right? To buy the jack and the thing to the thing to remove the bolt, right? And so I was not able to work for that night, and so I made no money, right? And I was feeling like it's the end of the world. But at the end of the day, it's just a flat tire. I just had a tire that popped. Like 2 days, sometimes it happened to me. Right, it happens to me. I just switch up my tire. I go get another. I go and switch the tire after that, and then we're good. But back then, when it was actually my first time, I was feeling like it was the end of the world. Right, and it's the same exact thing in business. Like IP complaints, inauthentic complaints, you losing money because of people, not doing their work, or like losing money because you make a mistake. It's going to happen. Don't think that you're going to make money and you're never going to lose money. You're going to have weeks like these. You're going to have weeks where you're going to lose money. That happens. You're going to make that back. And you just need to stay strong. If you start bitching whenever like some minor thing, because I know that a lot of you guys would have given up on the business. A lot of you guys would have not been able to go through what I went through these last 3 days. You guys would be down, you guys would give up on business altogether, you guys would go back to get a job, or like do some other shit. And that's the difference. That's why you're not yet ready to actually make that kind of money with your online business. Because you cannot tolerate these losses. I'm not saying that you cannot get pissed. I'm pissed. I'm pissed as fuck. I'm pissed right now. I'm really pissed. But I just keep going. I know that it happens. Sometimes it happens. It just happens. It's going to happen again. It's going to be worse sometimes. It's going to be worse than that. And I actually hope that's going to be worse than that in the future, because I know that if it does get worse than that, it means that I'm making way more money. Because more money, more problem. Don't think that having a business that makes more money is going to solve all your problems. It's just going to bring more problems. The magnitude of the problems that you're going to need to face are going to be way bigger. Way, way, way bigger than than the problems that you face right now. Because the problems that you face right now may be that you're struggling to pay your rent, but you still have a job, so you're fine. You have some debts, you have a few $1,000s in debts. You're living paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, it's some issues. Yeah, it's not easy. But it's way easier than, being like running a huge business, making thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars a week, having people that depends on you, and still have to do all this shit, and actually losing money like this. It's actually way easier. I'm telling you. Because I've been in both those situations. Life is not easier, right? I mean, in some ways it's easier, in some ways it's not. In some ways it's less stressful, in some ways it's not. It's less stressful because, like, I'm not going to lie. When I go to grocery shopping, I'm not really looking at the price anymore. Right? Not like I'm a billionaire, I just splurge on everything. But when I go grocery shopping, or when I actually go to buy some stuff, I don't really look at the price anymore. It's fine. I'm okay financially. So life is easier that way, right? But if you think that whenever you have your business running, like it's less stressful, if you think that it's just less, you know, it's not. You're going to deal with bullshit like this, while still having all your responsibilities and even more responsibilities when you have a team, when you have overhead and all that stuff. So if you have a hard time, handling your rent and bills right now, imagine when you have a business that have way bigger bills and way bigger rent and all this shit that you still need to handle. It's way harder. It's way more stressful. I'm telling you because I know. And because I have friends doing even way more than me that are even like more stressed, but you just get used to it. You just need to be able to run on. I'm not the person that gets stressed. But the average, like, you know, I'm fine. I'm not really someone that gets stressed. I don't stress about stuff. I'm not stressed, right? I'm kind of cold-blooded. Like, that's fine. I can operate under pressure, right? But the amount of pressure waiting on me, like the average person would not be able to handle the amount of pressure waiting on me. I know it. And that's why I'm able to do what I do. That's why I've been able to accomplish the stuff that I did. Right? Because I'm telling you, a lot of people would not have been able to do the things that I had to do to get to this point. Because just remember that I was not born in the US, I was not American, I had to go through a lot of shit to actually be able to do all this shit and to set up what I did. Right? And a lot of people would have given up already. So yeah, that was today's video. Just watch this if you want to see another video. Hopefully you liked it.